Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Welcome to International Islamic University Islamabad School's Sahiwal Campus online lectures. This is the lecture of English Grade 5, Unit number 13, Poem. And the name of this poem is The Fringe of the Sea. Dear students, this is the lecture number 2 from this lesson. In the previous lecture, we 13 where we read the poem. I gave you the explanation of this poem of each stanza. I gave you the pronunciation and meanings of difficult words from this poem. You people have written all the meanings in your notebook. I gave you to read the poem again and to difficult words, though those words I have given you as your classwork. I hope you all have done your homework. So in this lecture we will move forward towards the exercise of this unit. Dear students, it is very important to complete your classwork and homework regularly in time along with the teacher so that we can move smoothly towards our next lesson and cover our syllabus. Okay, this is the second lecture from unit number 13. Before we begin, make sure that you have your English students book, your English classwork notebook and your complete stationery with you. Listen to the teacher attentively and write down everything asked by teacher in your notebook. Write down the points that you don't understand and you can ask your teacher through WhatsApp or you can wait for the discussion session. A live session will be arranged for you to communicate with your teacher for the clearance of the things that you find ambiguous or you find unclear. Okay, in this lecture we are going to cover the question answers from this unit. So please open your English students book, page number 85, where the questions of poem are given. Open your English classwork notebook and please prepare classwork page by writing date and day on the top of the page. Write down topic and the topic is poem. The subtopic is questions. Prepare index properly. Okay. Dear students, as we are going to cover the first section of the exercise, which is questions, so I hope it will not be very difficult for you to answer these questions because these questions are extracted from the poem and you already have read and have understood the poem as I gave you the explanation of the poem. So it will be not difficult for you to find out the answers of these questions. You will be able to understand these very easily. Okay, you will write down all the questions and their answers in your English classwork notebook. The question number 1 is, why do people living near the sea like to get up early? Here I forgot to write down the word sea. You will write it properly. Write the questions from your students book, page number 85, and the question is, why do people living near the sea like to get up early? Okay, this question asks that the people who lived near a sea, on a seashore or on an island, why do they like to get up early? They got up early to move some steps and go to see water and to see sunrise and to touch water. For all of these enjoyments they want to get up early in the morning. So the answer is so that they can walk out a short distance and see the water. The same answer is extracted from your lesson. Write down the answer in your notebook. Now come to the question number 2. Dear students, as you are writing these questions and answers, so you need to pause the video and write down the question and its answer properly and then replay the video and listen the next one again. Okay? And similarly, if you find anything difficult or anything that you don't understand, you can resume the video You can replay the video and listen the things again and again for better understanding. Now please come to the question number 2. Write down this question in your notebook. And the question is, according to the poem, how do they like to dress when they walk along the beach? Okay, the answer of this question can be found in the stanza 4. And the last third line of fourth stanza is bare armed, barefoot, bareheaded. It describes that how do they want to dress up to go to the beach. So the answer will be same, that bare armed, barefoot, bareheaded, no sleeves on their shirts, no shoes on their feet, no hats on their heads. Write down this answer in your notebook. Now come to the question number 3. Dear students, question number 3 is a multiple choice question and you have to mark the right one on your book, so you don't need to write it on your notebooks. And the question is, the word saunter means. Okay, we have learned this word in stanza 4, first line of fourth stanza, where I already have given you the meaning of this word and I gave you the meaning to walk slowly. Okay, here in these options, walk quickly, swim, sunbathe, and last option is walk slowly, and the correct answer is option D, walk slowly. Mark it, tick on your book. Now come to the question number 4. Question is, which different activities are mentioned in 7th stanza? Okay, write down this question in your notebook. And the 7th stanza is here on page number 85. We want to be able to walk out into it, to work in it, dive and swim and play in it, to row and sail and pilot over its endless highway, and to hear its call and murmurs whenever we may be. Okay, what activities are described here? Walking, working, diving, swimming, playing, sailing, piloting, rowing, and hearing. All these activities are mentioned here. So please write down this answer in your notebook. Okay, come to the next question. Question number 5. Write down the question in your notebook. And the question is, what kind of work do people do in the sea? I already have explained you in the previous lecture that what type of works can be done in a sea. Of course, it would be fish catching. So the answer is same, that people do fishing in the sea. They can catch fish in the sea. Write down the answer in your notebook. Now come to the question number 6. Write down this question in your notebook. And the question is, songs, line 9, refers to the sound made by the sea. Find other words in the poem describing the sound of the sea. Again, I already have explained you the sounds of water and sounds of sea described in this poem on page number 85 in 7th stanza. The last line of 7th stanza has the words call and murmur. So the answer is same for this question. Call and murmurs are words which describe sound of the sea. Write down this answer in your notebook. Come to the question number 7. Here two lines extracted from this poem are given, and those lines are shifting the random water between assaying fingers. Okay, I explained you these lines in our previous lecture that it is just like a farmer does with the soil. He picks in his hand and moves it through his fingers. The same poet says that he wants to pick water in his hand and let it move through his fingers. So here two options are given: scooping up the water in your finger or letting the water run through your fingers. So yes, option B is the correct one, that These lines mean letting the water run through your fingers. Write down this answer in your notebook. Come to the question number 8. Write it in your notebook. And the question is, give a synonym for the word fringe in the title of the poem. I already have explained you the fringe of the sea, and fringe means outer edge. So the same is its answer, outer edge. Write it down. Now come to the page number 86 of your student's book, where the questions continue. And the question number 9 is, which of the following is the main idea of the poem? Here again, you don't need to write this question because you have to mark the correct answer on your book, so don't need it. You don't need to write it in your notebook. And options are: never want to wear shoes. Is it about wearing shoes? No. Never want to work on the sea. Is it about only working of sea? Third is always want to live close to the sea. And D option is always want to live somewhere else. So yes, the correct answer is option C. Always want to live close to the sea. Mark it correct, the option C. Okay, now I will give you your today's homework. We have done question 1 till 9 in our classwork, and now for your homework you will write down the answer of question number 10 in your homework notebook by preparing the homework page properly. You will write down date and day on the top of your homework page. You will write down topic, subtopic, and then write down the question properly. Then you will give its answer. You please don't forget preparing the index. Okay, question 10 is, do you always want to live near the sea? It is about you. It is asked you that do you want to live near the sea? You maybe want or you may no, don't want, so give the answer of yourself and then give its reason that why do you want to live or why not do you want to live. I hope you understood that what is to be done. Now I have another homework for you, and the other homework is from your workbook. Please open your workbook page number 50. On your page number 50, here a poem is given, and the title of this poem is Sparrows at Tea. You need to read out this poem and give the answers of the questions given below. Then come to the page number 51. From page number 51 you will have to fill the exercise 2 and 3. These exercises are also from this poem. You don't need to fill the exercise 4 and 5 because I didn't have explained you these topics, so leave the exercise 4 and 5 from page number 51. Just do the exercise 2 and 3 on page 51 and exercise 1 from 50. I hope you all have understood that what is to be done as your homework. If you find anything difficult or anything that you don't understand, consult with your teacher through WhatsApp or wait for the discussion session. Make sure to do your homework done by the next lesson and follow the given instructions properly. Note down the things that you find ambiguous and then discuss with teacher. Good luck, dear students. This is the end of today's lecture. Allah Hafiz.